Hello students, good afternoon. In the last session, we all have started with the lesson number 5 of your science textbook, substances in the surrounding, their states and properties. In our last lecture, we have learned about the change of the state of substances, heat and change of physical state, the temperature and a thermometer. Now in this session, we'll start with the further points. Now there is one experiment activity. Let's try this. Now let's try to understand it, students. Take a thermometer from the laboratory. The bulb at its lower end is filled with mercury. The mercury rises to a certain level in the capillary tube. Above the bulb, you will see a scale next to the mercury column. Reading the figure near the level of mercury tell us the temperature of air around the bulb of the thermometer. Hold the thermometer in water so that the bulb is completely immersed in the water and read the temperature of water. Repeat the activity taking some hot water in one vessel and cold water or ice in another. Note the temperatures. Now what you will do, you can see in the picture of 5.4 recording the temperature. If you will take the example of hot water or ice, you will get the different temperature. If you will take the example of hot water, then you will get the different temperatures. Now there are some examples of different temperatures. Boiling water 100 degrees Celsius, freezing water 0 degrees Celsius, air at winter night less than 50 degrees Celsius, air at summer afternoon greater than 35 degrees Celsius, inside a fridge less than 5 degrees Celsius, inside the freezer less than minus 80 degrees Celsius, body temperature approximately 37 degrees Celsius. These are the some constant temperature of these examples. Okay, now you can see in this picture now how you have to hold the beaker or the container while doing any experiment. Do be careful, see the correct way, and if you will hold it wrong, so you can see the result in the picture. What will happen? You will get harm or hit it or hurt it. Okay, now let's learn about the boiling. Water is continuously evaporating. We know that water spilled on the floor dries up slowly on its own. This evaporation occurs from the surface of water. What happens when water boils? As the water gets heated, its temperature increases and it evaporates at a faster and faster rate. Now see students, यहाँ पे अगर हम बॉइलिंग मतलब पानी को अगर हम बॉईल कर रहे हैं तो वाटर क्या हो, ये पानी जो होता है कंटिन्यूसली इवापोरेट होता है. अगर फ्लोर पर मतलब ज़मीन पे पानी गिर गया है तो क्या होगा, वो इजीली इवापोरेट होगा और पानी क्या हो जाएगा, पूरा इवापोरेट होके इट विल चेंज इनटू गैस. और जब हम बॉइलिंग करते हैं तो इसका टेम्परेचर क्या होता है 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस. अगर वो उससे क्या होता है, वो इजीली बहुत जल्दी इवापोरेट होने लगता है. When water kept on a stove attains a particular temperature or level of heat, then evaporation takes place in all parts of the body of water. Then we see water bubbles rising at faster and faster rates to the surface and steam mixing in the air. You can see the picture also. 5.4, it's showing the boiling. What happens when it starts boiling? First it boils at the 20 degrees Celsius, then 50 degrees Celsius, and then the completely 100 degrees Celsius. And what changes takes place, we are learning that. This is called boiling of water or ebullition. At sea level, pure water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. This is the boiling point of water. When water vapor cools, it is converted into water again. This process is called condensation. Condensation of steam also takes place at 100 degrees Celsius. It means that the boiling point and condensation point of water are one and the same. Now let's one more activity try this. Take some water in a beaker and place a thermometer in it. Heat the beaker on a street lamp. Note the boiling point of water. Repeat the activity adding salt or sugar to the water and note the boiling point again. What do you infer from it? Now here let's learn this diagram chart. While gaining heat, boiling and melting, water vapor, liquid and solid. Condensation, freezing, while losing heat. Now you can see how the changes take places. Now let's learn about the freezing. The water kept in a freeze or on ice becomes cooler and cooler. That is, its temperature falls. जब कोई चीज़ ज़्यादा ठंडी होती है तो उसका टेम्परेचर कम होता है. At a certain temperature, water does not get any cooler but starts freezing and forms ice. The temperature at which this happens is called the freezing point of water. The temperature of a substance can fall below 0 degrees Celsius. Example, the temperature of air in the freezer of a refrigerator is around minus 80 degrees Celsius. It is read as minus 18 degrees Celsius. When ice gets heat, it starts melting or changing into the liquid state again. Ice melts at 0 degrees Celsius. It means that the freezing point and the melting point of water are one and the same. Each substance has a specific boiling point which is also its condensation point, which each substance has a specific melting point which is the same as its freezing point. So we have learned these two things. Okay. We have also learned the temperature at which a substance boils while heating is the same as the temperature at which it condenses when it is cooled. Similarly, the temperature at which a substance freezes while cooling is the same as the temperature at which it melts when it is heated. Now here is one use your brain power activity. This you all have to try to do it at home. The chart given below shows the boiling point and freezing point of substances. State whether these substances are solid, liquid or gaseous at room temperature. The substances are candle, plastic, iron. Freezing point 60 degrees Celsius, greater than 250 degrees Celsius, 1535 degrees Celsius. Boiling point 350 degrees Celsius, 954 degrees Celsius, 2862 degrees Celsius. So you will do as a homework this. Okay. Now let's learn various uses of changes in physical state. Candles are made by melting paraffin wax. जो कैंडल होती है ना, हम ब्लो करते लाइट चली जाती है बर्थडे में, वो कैसे बनाते हैं? बाय मेल्टिंग दी पैराफिन वैक्स. सॉलिड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, ड्राई आइस इज यूज्ड टू मेक आइसक्रीम एंड टू कीप इट फ्रोजन. अगर आपने देखा होगा पेप्सी, कोका कोला या आइसक्रीम वाले कुछ क्या करते हैं, ये यूज़ करते हैं ड्राई आइस, उसको ज़्यादा देर तक फ्रीज करने के लिए. लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन इज यूज इन एनिमल हस्बेंड्री. Sand, silica is melted to make glass. This you have learned in your lower classes also, how glass is made in that chapter. Metals like gold and silver are melted to make ornaments. Iron is melted to make tools. One more activity, let's try this. Take some sand in a crucible. Put a few iodine crystals on it. Funnel with a cotton plug and place it inverted over the crucible. Light the burner and heat the mixture in the crucible. Observe the changes. Now you can see the picture number 5.6. Now what exactly they have to do? Now what does this happen? Sublimation. Now let's learn what is sublimation. Iodine crystals do not melt on heating but change directly to the gaseous state. As we have learned, some substances directly change from solid to the gaseous state. When the fumes of iodine heat the walls of the funnel, they cool to form solid crystals of iodine and stick to the funnel walls. Thus, on heating, iodine does not melt and change to a liquid but directly changes to the gaseous state. The change of a solid substance directly into a gas or vapor without first changing into a liquid is called sublimation. Okay students, I hope you have understood till here. Now one more question, that is use your brain power. This you will find at home. On opening a box of camphor, its smell spreads all around. Why does this happen? Camphor means कपूर की गोली होती है ना, तो जब हम उसको ओपन करते हैं तो उसकी स्मेल्स पूरे आसपास क्यों घूम आने लगती है, क्यों स्प्रेड हो जाती है, ये क्यों होता है? Try to find the answers and write all the answers in your Science CW. I hope students till here you have understood everything about this chapter. Read the chapter and complete the homework which I had asked you to do. Use your brain power 2 questions. Okay students, and what you all have to do, there is one more homework. Draw neat and label diagram of figure 5.3, 5.4, 5.5 and 5.6 from your science textbook into your Science CW book. Okay students, thank you for watching this video. I hope you had enjoyed it a lot. Bye bye students, take care, have a good day. We will meet again soon with the further parts of this chapter.